Welcome to Inner Peace and Serenity on Keever's Place, the Kiva Murdoch Show and Podcast. I am your host, Jeannie Muhammad, and I'm so happy to have you here with us and joining us here tonight. We have a great show for you, and tonight we will be talking about stress, how to identify and cope with stress. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Inner Peace and Serenity with your host, speaker, coach, facilitator, Jeannie Muhammad. We hope that by the end of this show, you'll feel empowered and encouraged to live a better you. So take back your pen, take back your life, right here on Keever's Place with Miss Jeannie Muhammad.
Welcome back. Tonight, as I said before, we're going to be covering the topic of stress. First, I would like to just tell you a little bit about me. As I said, I am Jeannie Muhammad. And you know how there are just so many of us that we're just walking around and we're not really living our lives, and we're not really aligned mind, body, and soul. And you know how this can just throw our lives in chaos. Well, what I do as a holistic wellness coach is help to coach you into learning what it is that you personally would need to do to get this alignment so that you can have a happy home, have love, peace, happiness, not only in your home, but also in your job, in all of your relationships. So I am not a physician. Cannot give you medical advice. But what I can do is help you to find what it is that you need to do in order to find that inner peace and serenity in your life. Tonight, as I said in the intro, we're going to be discussing stress. It's not it's not a happy subject, but it's one that we need to really understand in order to really grasp why we need inner peace and serenity. I'm going to introduce slides for you, and so that you can go along with me. And the first slide here, we're talking about the effects of stress on your body, your mind, and your spirit. Because all stress is not bad stress. So in our next slide, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the different types of stress. This is just an overview of what stress is. So you just hang with me, and I will do my best not to stress you out talking about stress. But it's really important that we go over this so that you will really be able to grasp why it's so important that we find ways to deal with the stress in our lives. There are two major types of stress. That's eustress. This is known as a positive stress. So as I said, not all stress is bad. Through eustress, you can still be a bit overwhelmed and it can be mentally taxing, but it actually motivates us. It gives us that adrenaline flow that we need, and so it doesn't hinder us. And in fact, you might experience this stress, say, if you're getting married at your wedding or before a big test. This is a stress that you might, feel, and it's not bad. It's the excitement of the event. So it's not a bad stress. But the stress that when we usually talk about stress, it's de-stress. De-stress is what is known as a negative. It's negative stress. When you are stressed out about paying a bill, you may be stressed out about a family member being ill. It's the kind of stress that drains you. It's the kind of stress that causes us to have the different types of illnesses that I will go over with you. And see, in this next slide, we're talking about how it's chronic stress. Now, when you're experiencing chronic stress, your body produces greater amounts of adrenaline and cortisol. These are stress hormones, and this is exactly what puts your body into that fight or flight mode. You know how when you're really stressed out, you just don't know which way to turn. You'll either face what is stressing you out, or you will run from it. And when stress is regular and ongoing, this is an ongoing, everyday, day in, day out, it is called chronic stress. Now, I just want to stop here and say that all of this, and if you're having trouble reading along, there's a little button down in the right-hand side of your screen where you can enlarge your screen and you can be able to go along, read along with me. Everything that I'm talking about is in my book called Inner Peace and Serenity. And if you would like a copy of this file slide, I will get it to you, and I'll tell you where you can get it at the end of the show. But all of these things that I'm going over with you are in my book, Inner Peace and Serenity. Okay, now, chronic stress is the worst stress condition that has long-term repercussions on your health and well-being, and it puts you at a higher risk of developing long-term illness. Now, next slide, we're talking about what chronic stress does to our body. In this slide, we talk about how chronic stress has the potential to impact every single organ in your body. Chronic stress is when your body is flooded with, this is in the next slide, what chronic stress does to the body. When your body is flooded with cortisol and adrenaline, a majority of your organs and organ systems enter into a state, they just went overdrive. They just moving, trying to function, trying to figure out what to do, how to react. And when this occurs, they are extremely overworked and they're pushed to their limit. And this causes physical manifestations, muscle and joint tension, pain. You may be experiencing a great deal of pain and you really don't know why. But if you're stressed, it can be part of it. Hyperventilation. Most of us, when we're stressed, we don't breathe properly. We'll start, breathing just these short breaths, hyperventilating, not getting enough oxygen. We'll have an increased heart rate and blood pressure. Now, through this pandemic, one of the things in order to help us fight off this virus was having a good immune system. Well, when you're stressed, it reduces your immunity. Now, look, we already stressed because of the pandemic. Now it's reduced our immune system, and it's made us more prone to get ill. So again, I cannot emphasize enough how important it is for us to find tools to reduce the stress in our lives. It it will cause hypertension. You have a higher risk of heart disease, obesity, type 2 diabetes. And studies have shown that chronic stress, it can take years of your life. And if it doesn't take those years from you by you not being on this earth any longer, you can be here, but you're not really living because you are dealing with different diseases in your life. So now let's look, that's on the body. Let's look at the impact of stress on the mind and spirit. Remember, we're dealing with a holistic wellness, and it deals with the mind, the body, and the spirit. Untreated stress, it'll lead to anxiety, depression, and you may it can lead to even neuro degenerative diseases such as dementia. It reduces your memory. You have less brain activation and fewer active brain cells, physical changes to the brain structure. It actually destroys the brain cells. High levels of cortisol and adrenaline impair normal brain functionings. You lose your focus and concentration, and you just have a loss of enjoyment of things that you love to do. It diminishes that. So there are two states that in our next slide we see that there's the relaxation state and there's a stress state. Now, when you're relaxed and you're in that relaxed state, you're calm, you're relaxed and centered, your heart rate is normal, it's 60 to 100 beats per minute, your blood pressure is normal, your digestive system is working the way it should, muscles and joints feel, they feel and function normally. You're calm, you're approachable in the outside world. Your focus and concentration skills are normal and effective. You sleep fine without anxiety or worry. Doesn't this just sound heavenly, to be in a state where things are going around or on around you that are chaotic, and truly we are living in chaos right now. So there's chaos all around us. There's chaos in our home, chaos on the job, chaos. You go to the grocery store, there's chaos. You go to the gas pump, it's stressing us out. So to be in this calm and relaxed state does not mean that all the chaos goes away. It just means that you have found a way to not let it affect you and stress you out. Now, when you're in that stress state, you're in a state of high alert, and you're just, you're hyperventilating, you're hyper aroused, you're on edge, you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're just waiting for something to go wrong. Your heart rate is pumping, your blood pressure is off the charts, your muscles and joints ache, you're angry, you're always lashing out. Your husband and children, they're getting on your nerves. The people at work, they're getting on your nerves. You go into the grocery store, the grocery store clerk, she's getting on your nerves. Everybody's getting on your nerves when you are in this chronic state of stress. You can't focus. You can't sleep. Everything is wrong. Your life is like living in hell when you are in this stress state. It's important. As I said, let's deal with why it's important that we get a hold on stress. See, stress in moderation is okay. Stress in moderation, we have to have a balance in our lives. And that is what a lot of time causes us stress, because we don't have that balance. We're all focused over here, we're focused over there, and most things are we're so focused on maybe paying the bills. We're focused on taking care of our children, taking care of our husband. We're just so focused on other things that we don't take time to find that balance in our lives. Now, final thoughts on this. We have control. We are able to control what is happening in our lives. We are able to find that balance where, yes, you're excited. You're excited about, you have the stress of excitement about starting a new job, or you're excited about that new baby that's coming into the family. You're excited about that. And that's good. That's good. But it's when we let all these other outside forces cause us distress. And they are outside forces. They're forces that we really do not have control over. And we, in order to find that peace, that inner peace, and that serenity, we have to take responsibility and understand that we have control of that. We don't have to just bow down to those outside forces and go through our lives living in a feeling chaos. And I have to say this: I am not, everything that I'm telling you or relating to you, and will be relating to you through these series of broadcasts on inner peace and serenity, are things that I had to come to understand in order to have peace in my life. My life at one time, and I will talk about this more as we go on in this series. My life at one time was just totally chaotic. Totally chaotic. I was stressed all the time because I was totally always worried about, how I was going to pay this bill. How am I going to pay that bill? How am I going to buy food for my children? How am I going to pay the rent? How am I going to? And these are things that sometimes you don't necessarily have control over. But we can find a place where we can deal with this stress in such a way that our minds become still and our breathing becomes calm, where we can focus on solving these problems instead of letting these problems just take us and take us and take us from one day to the next, where we're just totally feeling like we don't have any control over our lives. But we do. We do have control. But it takes work. So, as I said in the beginning, stress is all around us in this environment. But we are going to find ways to deal with it. Come back and stay with me. because it's not abracadabra overnight thing that would happen every first Thursday of every month at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be discussing various topics of self-awareness and self-improvement, how to deal with this stress, how to find inner peace and serenity. I am Jeannie Muhammad. You can reach me at Jeannie Muhammad at gmail.com. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, if you would like to receive a copy of the slideshow, just drop me a message in my email. Also, on my website, IamJeannieM.com. My website is www.IamJeannieM.com. There you can purchase my books. You can learn more about me and why I am so adamant about being able to share with you my experiences and what has helped me to be able to gain inner peace and serenity. Remember, your inner peace and your serenity, it starts with you. It starts with you. Thank you so much for being with me this evening. I have really, truly enjoyed this. I am looking forward to seeing you next month for Inner Peace and Serenity at 7:30 p.m., the first Thursday of the month, the first Thursday in July. Remember, when you're stressed, take a deep breath and let it out slow. Take a deep breath and let it out slow. Do it for 5 times, and you will feel a difference in how you feel. It starts with you.
Thank you for watching Kiva's Place, the Kiva Murdoch Show and Podcast. Tune in every Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Kiva's Place. To be a guest on our show, text the word guest to 803-368-3030 or visit us at tinyurl.com/Kiva's Place Booking. And watch us on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire as we're broadcasting in more than 60 million homes worldwide.
Get access to the Wall of Fame through the EasyWay Family app. The EasyWay Wall is our elite directory of members.
Are you a business owner or coach trying to help others? Let the EasyWay Family app make it easier on you. Let us do the hard work for you. All of our broadcasts of our 30-plus shows will be available on the EasyWay Family app. We're an extension arm of your business. We're a tool to generate leads. EasyWay Family app helps to grow traffic to your section, generate you more leads, more virtual butts and seats. We have courses and a live event section to your business. We promote the business of our members and paid clients. With the EasyWay Family app, you get push-to notifications to your phone to stay current with all our business partners, live stream content, virtual conferences, and promotionals. We're sharing our network traffic with you when you're on the EasyWay app.
Witness the future of connection on your phone now by downloading the EasyWay Family app on Google Play and Apple Store. And don't forget to text EasyWay to 55678.
Welcome to Inner Peace and Serenity with your host, speaker, coach, facilitator, Jeannie Muhammad. Join us every first Thursday of the month, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we talk everything self-improvement. So take back your pen, take back your life, right here on Kiva's Place.